Abe Tv. I don't know about you, but I love Abe. Everybody say hey, Abe Tv. Hey, Abe Tv. Hey, Abe. Everybody say hey, Abe Tv. Hey, Abe Tv. Hey, Abe. Everybody say hey, Abe Tv. Hey, Abe Tv. Hey, I love Abe.
Hello everyone, I'm Addie.
And I'm Madison. I hope you had an awesome spring break.
Today is Monday, April 5th, and it is the D week for your special area classes.
April is Autism Awareness Month. Autism spectrum disorder is when someone's brain develops differently.
Kids with autism might have trouble understanding the world the same way other kids do.
This means that they might have trouble making friends or dealing with changes to their routine.
They can also get overwhelmed by noises and bright lights.
Some kids with autism only need a little bit of help, while others may need a lot.
Remember to be kind and patient with friends or classmates who have autism.
This is a friendly reminder that you should be at least 20% of the way to your reading goal.
Make a plan and finish the year well.
Today's Manners Monday tip is, don't go through other people's stuff without permission.
It's rude and you can find something personal.
It's important to respect privacy. You wouldn't want someone touching your things.
Today we have 3 amazing birthday stars, and they are
Lucy Prala
Jordan Holmes
and Raquel Dixon.
Take a visit to see Mr. Pennington for your birthday treats.
Happy birthday! For lunch, you can choose from a personal pan pizza,
or a chicken drumstick with a biscuit.
For side, you can have golden corn and fruit.
Sounds tasty! We have an amazing joke from Olivia B. and Miss Manuzzi's class.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
I have no clue. Why?
To save the other chickens from McDonald's. Funny joke!
We need more jokes.
Find a good joke and write it neatly so that we can read it.
Put it in a joke box outside of the media center.
Or you can type it and send it to abtvjokes@gmail.com.
Today's pledge leaders are Miss Manuzzi's cool 4th graders.
Pave the way, stars!
Happy Monday, Happy Monday and welcome back, ABE Stars. I have some special announcements to make. One of those is our food drive that we did before break, benefiting the Sharing Place. We had amazing results. We had 301 pounds of toiletry items and 1,072 pounds of non-perishable food items. That's half a ton of food. Congratulations for your kindness and leadership stars. Just a quick reminder that when you are in recess or aftercare playing outside, that you should only play games that do not include touching others. So that could be like tag, capturing a friend, 2-hand touch, things like that. We want to avoid contact when we can. Also, as you know, our school year's been a little bit crazy with this whole pandemic, and it's not over yet, so we need to make sure that we're staying strong and finishing the year strong, wearing our masks, washing our hands, and practicing social distancing. So thanks for doing your part to keep all the stars here at Amy Beverland safe. I have a special guest with me today, and I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Keating for a special message.
Thank you, Mr. Pennington. I was here to talk to you guys about a very important day in the history of Indianapolis. On April 4th, 1968, Senator Robert Kennedy was visiting Indianapolis. He was running for President of the United States. My dad, Tom Keating, was a reporter for the Indianapolis Star newspaper, and he was sent to 17th Street and Broadway Avenue on downtown Indianapolis to hear Senator Kennedy speak. Earlier that day, the world received some very sad news. Dr. Martin Luther King had died. He had been assassinated in Memphis, Tennessee. Unfortunately, around the world, a lot of people understandably responded with sadness and anger. But in Indianapolis, people were very kind and showed empathy towards each other. I was glad my dad was able to see that historic event. And while Bobby Kennedy was on stage, he told people to remember to treat their families, friends, and neighbors with kindness and empathy. He also reminded the audience that his brother, President John F. Kennedy, had also been assassinated. Across the country, there were a lot of problems in the United States of America. But in Indianapolis, it was very quiet and it was very peaceful. I was glad my dad was there to see Robert Kennedy give his historic speech. And if you guys are ever in downtown Indianapolis, I highly recommend you visit a wonderful memorial to Dr. King and Robert Kennedy. It shows them reaching out with kindness and empathy. I highly recommend you go see that. Welcome back from spring break. I hope you have a great week. I'd like to end this with the words of a very great leader, one of my personal heroes, Mr. Fred Rogers. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Would you be my neighbor? Thanks and have a great week.
Thank you for that special message, Mr. Keating. You are Amy Beverland Stars. You're brave, brilliant, beautiful, and I believe in you. Have a great day and lead the way.
Hi, I'm Miles. Hi, I'm Olivia.
Hi, I'm Nyla.
Hi, I'm Anna.
Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
There's nothing like the first day of school. New clothes, new classes, new friends. This year, a kid named Nick came to our school. At first, he seemed a little different. Sometimes during class, Nick makes noises and gets out of his seat. There's a lady that sits in our classroom and follows Nick around, and even takes him out of class when he's distracting us. We didn't understand why Nick got to take breaks or why he got to spend all this time with one teacher. My friends and I thought, what's up with Nick? It turns out, Nick has autism. Nick has had autism since he was little. Autism happens inside the brain. This doesn't mean Nick is sick with something like the flu. You can't catch autism. It just means that he understands some things differently than most of us. Once we learned a little more about Nick and autism, we understood why he gets extra attention. He just needs a little more help than the rest of us sometimes. The lady following him around is his aide. She's there to help him in the classroom. Sometimes small things bother Nick because his senses, hearing, sight, smell, touch, and taste, all work differently than ours. Like when we work on projects, we try to keep our voices down because Nick has trouble focusing if it gets too loud. As we got to know him, we learned what we can do to make it better for Nick so he can stay in class with us. Other kids with autism in your school might have similar challenges. The best way to help them is by getting to know them. Autism affects each person differently. No two kids with autism are the same. Some kids will talk with you, but not look at you. Others won't talk much, but will try to use other ways to tell you what they want to say. Some kids with autism may flap their arms or even rock back and forth. It may seem strange at first, but it's just something that makes them comfortable. Nick really likes building and talking about model airplanes. He even brought one in to show us how the propeller works. It was pretty cool. Sometimes, though, Nick doesn't stop talking about model airplanes. We listen because it's polite, but learn that it's okay to suggest new activities too. Some of us from class joined the art club together, and we invited Nick. He mostly draws pictures of planes, but we still have fun doing the projects together. Remember that you can always include your friend with autism in activities, even if he or she does it in a different way. Don't be afraid to ask your teacher or an adult for ideas that can work for everyone. Now that we know more about autism, it's no big deal. Nick is just a kid and a part of our class like everyone else. So just remember that all of us are different in our own ways. Accepting the differences of kids with autism is the first step to becoming friends and having fun together.